In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you all one of the most famous card tricks of all time. Every magician, it doesn't matter if you've been doing magic for 2 days or 2 years, has this card trick in their repertoire. Whenever someone asks you, hey, can you show me a magic trick? This is the trick you show them because it requires no setup at all. It's best if I just shut up and show it to you.
Alright, so I'll start this trick by giving the deck a quick shuffle.
By the way, this performance is from a video that I posted a couple months ago,
So that we can ensure the deck is in a completely random order. And now, I want you to select a card, so can you safe drop anywhere you'd like? Right there. So, the card you should stop at is this one. So remember that card, I won't look at it. And I'll take your card and lose it somewhere into the deck. And also shuffle the cards so there's no way I can know where your card is. Now I'm going to try and find your card. But it's not going to be that easy as I don't know what your card is yet. So I've got a feeling that your card might be in this pile. So I'll take this pile and set it aside for now. Now I don't exactly know where your card is. So I'll make it even harder for myself by giving the deck a quick shuffle. And now I'm going to try and look for your card. So how many chances will you give me? 5 chances? Alright then. So I'm going to remove 5 different cards, hoping that one of them is your selection. Now I'm going to go through each of these 5 cards and I want you to look out for your selection. So we've got the Queen of Spades, the King of Hearts, the 4 of Hearts, the 2 of Clubs, and the Joker. Was one of these 5 cards your selection? It was. That's great. So now I'm going to try and attempt something impossible. I'm going to take your card invisibly from this pack and set it right here. And now there should be 4 cards left in this packet of 5. That's because your card is right here, but it's invisible. So now I'll take this card and insert it into the pack. And now if you look through the pack of cards, there should be one face-up card. It just so happens to be your 4 of Hearts.
it really is as good as I described it to be, right? You are bound to have this trick in your repertoire because it's so easy to do and it gets great reactions. So let's jump straight into this tutorial. Grab your decks and let's get started. Since there's no setup to this trick, you can start off by giving the deck a quick shuffle and a couple cuts as well. Even the spectator can do this if they wish to.
Oh, great.
So now that the deck has been thoroughly mixed up, let's start off. So basically we start off by making the spectator select a card. So let's say they set stop on this one. And for the purposes of this tutorial, we can look at the card. It is the King of Diamonds. And then we take the selection and pretend to lose it in the center. And then you basically have to get the King of Diamonds back on top. So you can use any card control you wish to. The control I like to use is called the pass. So we've got the King of Diamonds, the spectator selection. I take it and cut it back into the center and do the pass, and it's back on top.
Damn!
I'll link a video where you can learn this down below, so check it out if you wish to. So the control you can use for this is you can take the King of Diamonds, cut it back in the center and hold the pinky break. And then you take a small portion of cards from top and set it back down, and do this a couple times. And finally lift up the cards from the break, set that on top, and set this packet back on top, and that's how the King of Diamonds comes back on top.
Nice.
And then you basically make 2 piles. And since you know that the top pile has the selection, which in my case is this one, but they aren't aware that you know where their card is, you tell them that you've got a feeling that their selection is in this pile. And after saying that, you can eliminate this pile. And then you take the pile that has the selection and tell them that you'll make this even harder by giving the pile a quick shuffle. But this wasn't a real shuffle. Since you know that the King of Diamonds, their selection is on top, you pull off the bottom card and the top card together at the starting of the shuffle and then go on with the shuffle, pulling out cards, and stop whenever you wish to. After doing this, their selection should be second from the bottom. And then you tell them you're going to remove 5 cards. So you start off by removing 4 random cards from the middle of the deck. 3, and that's 4. And for the 5th card, you remove their selection, which is second from the bottom. So now their selection is on the bottom of this pile. So then you take 2 cards from the top and put them on the bottom, and that should put their selection in the middle. And then you take this pile of 5 cards and invert it on top of this deck. And start counting the cards and tell them to keep a lookout for the selection. So that's 1, 2, and on the 3rd card, which will always be the selection, you strip it out, and as you come to deal the 4th card, you secretly steal the King of Diamonds, their selection, onto the bottom of this pile. It all happens in one swift motion. And now the selection is not here, it's on the bottom of this pile. And then you deal the last card and put this deck on top of the remaining cards. Now there are just 4 cards here, but they think there are 5, including the selection. And then you tell them you're going to make the selection magically turn over by snapping your fingers. And then you spread the cards, but their selection actually is missing. You set this packet back down and take the deck in your hand and spread it slowly. And their selection should be face up in the middle. And they'll be completely blown away because they weren't expecting this at all. And that is the Biddle card trick. It's not that hard, is it? It requires no setup and minimal sleight of hand. It's every beginner magician's dream card trick. But even professionals use it to baffle their audiences. Sadly, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope this video made your day just a little bit better. And I'll see you legends in the next video.
Popping on all these pills, numbing yourself, your feels. That ain't gonna get you no deal. Gotta face life, be real, dog. Gotta go pay these bills. I just wanna live so chill. Tryna get a house by the hill. That's just how we live.